If you stay with me all the way to the end of today's episode, you'll walk away understanding why I started this podcast, and I'll also share how we can connect beyond this podcast.
Intentional, with the money. What do you do with the money? Make it move, make it make sense, make it make sense. This is rooted, we on record.
This is What the Money. I'm Dr. Cece Anthony, and around here, we don't just talk about money, we make it make sense. This is episode 1 of hopefully many seasons, and in this episode, I wanted to walk you through the show, the segments, and why this is meaningful to me and to you. I have broken the show into several segments, and we're going to get it done real quick. I'm talking 12 to 15-minute podcast episodes. Folks are busy. Episodes on topics related to finance. I'm a financial advisor and a professor of finance. In my practice, I have come to realize that people, my audience, need more knowledge and education before we get into investing, saving, budgeting, and strategizing for retirement and legacy. This brings us to segment number 1, What the Money, the name of the show and our starting point for each episode. This is the part of the show where we take what's happening in the world, on the news, in the markets, in the economy, and we break it down in plain language, because you should never feel like money conversations are happening around you and not for you, and certainly not about you. For example, you might hear the Fed raise interest rates again, and you're like, okay, what does it have to do with me? Why does this matter to me? I'll make it make sense real quick. When interest rates go up, borrowing gets more expensive. That means higher credit card interest, higher mortgage rates, sometimes even tighter budgets. People stop spending, slowing the economy. Jobs go, the stock market reacts, and all the things that happen that we are used to right now happen. We'll get into those topics individually, but even if you never watch the news, just know the news is watching you. They know your spending habits. They know that these habits have a wide-reaching impact. You are important to the movement of money. That's what the money. I take what sounds complicated and make it clear. And every now and then we'll highlight a business, a brand, or something I believe in, because money doesn't just sit, it moves. And also I need to pay the bills for the production of this show. All right, so let's talk about the next segment. It's called Let Me Put This on Record. This is my space to give you my take, my perspective, my experience, my truth based on what I've seen working with real people and real money. So let me put this on record. I didn't just wake up and decide to start a podcast one day. This is what I do. I have a master's in finance. I hold licenses that allow me to work directly with investments. I am a professor of finance. I teach this in real time to real people and real clients. And what I realized was something I couldn't ignore. The industry is built for people who already understand money, the language, the access, the exposure. But I kept meeting people who didn't have that, not because they weren't smart, but because nobody ever broke it down for them. I am an educator, so staying in a system that wasn't designed to teach my audience didn't sit right with me. So I built my own firm. It's a minority-owned firm, clearly, focused on education, clarity, and real understanding. And this podcast, this is where I get to speak freely, teach openly, and reach people I may never sit across from. So when you hear "let me put this on record," just know I'm about to say something I mean. And then we have Make It Make Sense. This is the teaching segment. This is where we slow it down and build from the ground up. Because here's what I believe. If you don't understand money, you can't grow it. If you can't grow it, you can't protect it. And if you can't protect it, you can't pass it on. I'll give you a quick example of what this sounds like. Let's say we're talking about interest. Most people hear interest and think, okay, numbers. But here's the real life version. If you put your money in a place that earns interest, your money starts working for you. However, if you borrow money with interest, you start working for the lender. Same word, but two completely different outcomes. That's make it make sense. We're going to take words you've heard your whole life and finally make them click. And every once in a while, we're going to have guests, but not just any guests. Only interesting people make it to this mic. People who are exceptional at what they do, but here's our twist. They're going to bring something they don't understand about money, and we're going to talk through it live so you can learn in real time. Because if they're navigating success and they still have questions, you're not behind. You're just getting started. This podcast was created for the people who were never taught, but always capable, for the ones figuring it out in real time, for the ones building something out of nothing. This is where confusion gets replaced with clarity, where money stops feeling intimidating and starts feeling intentional. I'm Dr. CC Anthony, and this is What the Money. Thanks for listening to today's episode of What the Money. I hope today helped you grow your financial knowledge, remove some of the fear around money, and feel more confident about building wealth and investing intentionally. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you like, follow, comment, share, and if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. All these little things help the algorithm push this content to more people so we can continue making financial education accessible, relatable, and real. Stay rooted, grow intentionally. The opinions expressed herein are for general information only and are not necessarily the opinions of Osaic Wealth or its representatives. It is not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. Please consult your financial professional, attorney, or tax advisor with regard to your individual situation. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osaic Wealth Inc., member FINRA/SIPC. Osaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth. Osaic Wealth does not provide tax or legal advice. Grow intentionally.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. With the money, what it do? Break it down, make it move. If it's talking, we translate. Make it make sense. This is rooted. Let me put it on record. With the money, yeah, we watching how it's moving. Make it make sense. Yeah, we breaking down the message. Stay rooted. Grow intentional. With the money, what it do? With the money, make it move. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is rooted. We on record. Nothing moves alone. Yeah, it's all connected. Check the pattern, then respect it. What you plan here shows up later. Small steps now turn into acres. With the money, yeah, we watching how it's moving. Make it make sense. Yeah, we breaking down the message. Stay rooted. Grow intentional. With the money, what it do? With the money, make it move. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is rooted. We on record. Nothing moves alone. We feel the truth. Every choice got roots and proof. Stay rooted. Grow intentional. What the money? What it do? What the money? Make it move. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is rooted. We on record.